anyone have any questions? Yes.
How did you get started and make your way to The Daily Show? Because that's like a dream of mine.
I was born in 1981. I'll start from the very beginning. I grew up, well, actually, I'm sitting here looking at my uncle, who's right here, my Uncle Jay. Not to... It's his birthday today, too. 35 years young. Actually, Uncle Jay was truly one of my hugest comedic role models. Uncle Jay would make me laugh growing up until I completely pee my pants. I still do often, but that's more because I had a baby. But I was obsessed with SNL. I watched a lot of Carol Burnett growing up. My dad used to show me a lot of reruns of Carol and the women on SNL and Tina and Amy. And there was something in me that really wanted to do comedy. But I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, so that's not a sensible thing to do when you grow up there. But for some reason, I've got really great parents who are very supportive and supported this insane idea that at 19 I would move to Los Angeles and take classes. So I threw myself into improv, scene study, and I started getting small roles, one at a time, one line, and pilots that never went anywhere. But when I reached my 20s, I was obsessed with The Daily Show. I loved Jon Stewart. I watched religiously. It was my dream to be on the show. I auditioned for the show 3 times over the years. And finally, the 3rd time, I got the call, come out to New York. And this was right after they hired Trevor. And I had just gotten married, and I spent my whole career trying to pick, okay, I can't go on vacation because I might get that Burger King call back, and I got to be there for the work. And I had just gotten married, and we wanted to start a family. And I thought, you know what, it, I'm going to live my life, and whatever happens, happens. And when I got the call to come here, I was 4 months pregnant, living in Los Angeles. I thought, oh boy, do I tell them? Do I keep it to myself? And I would be starting the job 6 months pregnant. So I pulled Jen Flans, who's sitting right over here, our showrunner, executive producer, all things. I pulled her aside after the audition, and she had this look on her face like, oh God, what are you gonna ask me? Like, did you do a good job? What a needy actor. And I said, this is my dream job, and I will move here tomorrow, but you should know I am pregnant. So I'd be starting the job pregnant. And she goes, great, we can talk about it or we won't talk about it, whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. And 7.5 years later, I'm here, and my 7.5-year-old is sitting upstairs, probably not watching this right now. He's eating snacks. Let's talk about wellness. It's a $1.5 trillion industry, and I'm obsessed. I've tried it all. I drink mushroom coffee. I've done ice baths. I've tried meditation apps. I gave my meditation app an ice bath. I don't know if it worked because my phone won't turn on, but like a ski trip with Gwyneth Paltrow, wellness has a dark side. And that is what I want to talk about in tonight's installment of Long Story Short. Now, you might think that the term wellness started in the 90s, back when white women invented yoga. But it's actually been around for at least a century, and until very recently, there's been zero government regulation to make sure that wellness products are legit. A company could claim that their panda semen protein powder will give you that glow, but they don't have to show receipts, so it's no surprise that they sell a lot of snake oil.
The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force reviewed 84 studies involving hundreds of thousands of people over 30 years. The task force concluded there was little or no benefit in using vitamin and mineral supplements to prevent cancer, cardiovascular disease, and death.
There was a new study that found some of those melatonin gummies that are so popular actually contain way more of the hormone than they advertise.
Wellness influencers promoting products like colloidal silver drops they say can combat where there is infection.
Non-prescription products that contain colloidal silver are not recognized as safe by the FDA.
There's a lot of buzz around detoxes, but dietitians and doctors will tell you detoxing is a myth. There is one ingredient, though, that takes some detoxes to another level. It's called senna leaf, and the thing is, senna can also cause stomach problems, cramps, and diarrhea. After using senna for a while, you might not be able to poop without it.
That's right. If you take some of these products, you might be as full of shit as the influencers who sell them. Look, I get why people want to believe this stuff works, but if just drinking tea was the key to looking snatched, the British royal family would look a lot different. Look, the truth is you don't have to spend a single dollar to try a bullshit wellness trend. Just go on social media and you'll find plenty of ways to jeopardize your health for free.
Advocates of the saltwater flush claim chugging water mixed with 2 tablespoons of salt is a healthy way to clean out your colon. But experts are issuing stern warnings.
Dangerous as It's literally napalm for your bowels.
It's the latest viral health trend with nearly 40 million views on TikTok. The claim that putting tape on your mouth at night can help you get better sleep. It's a trend that has some medical experts sounding the alarm.
You're risking things like cardiac arrest. It can induce seizures. There's a lot of risks to it.
Doctors are warning against a viral wellness trend called perineum sunning. They say it's not worth the risk of sun damage or even skin cancer.
General rule, never try a trend that seems like it was invented by the guy next door with binoculars. And please do not try that at home. If you want to see a sunburned asshole, just watch the next presidential campaign. That's the last we'll see of him. Nailed his ass. But maybe the darkest side of wellness is that too often it's not even about wellness. It's about targeting women's insecurities. Whether it's eliminating your wrinkles, flattening your abs, or the industry's favorite targets are extremely disappointing vaginas. Apparently, it needs a full reno down there. Talking detox pearls to stay clean, vaginal eggs to tighten its core, and of course, gummies to improve its taste. Because it's not enough that your vagina can regulate its own pH and be a pleasure center and deliver a baby. It also needs to taste so good it gets a Michelin star. We don't need any of this. The vagina is a self-cleaning organ. It's not like you need a tiny Roomba in there getting all those hard-to-reach corners. In fact, if your vagina has corners, please go see a doctor. But the fact is, the reason the wellness industry is making so much money off women in the first place is because of doctors. The American healthcare industry is constantly failing women, whether it's doctors dismissing their symptoms or telling them that their pain isn't as bad as they're claiming or prescribing them less medicine than men for the same issues. And keep in mind, this is all even worse for women of color. And it's happening as the courts and states are rapidly eroding women's access to reproductive health care. And all of this is stressing me out so much I could really use a Panda Semen smoothie. Meditation app when I need it. So it's no wonder that women turn to wellness despite all its faults, because what's more ridiculous? A healthcare system that denies women treatment and tells them that their pain's all in their head, or this? Long story short, until American healthcare takes women's concerns seriously, we're going to continue to be targets for alternative solutions. So the next time a wellness brand tries to sell you a product, here's some advice. Pretend like you're a doctor listening to a female patient. Don't take their word for it.
Desi! How's your International Women's Day going?
Well, thank you for asking. It started out so great. This morning, the random guy who usually yells, "Nice ass," instead yelled, "I respect your nice ass." And this is why we march. So yeah, I was feeling pretty good. I mean, at least until I saw this Barbie story.
Wait, you don't like these brand new Barbies? But they're so accomplished. They got scientists and they got a YouTube CEO.
Oh, yeah, equally great role models. You could be a scientist who helps humanity, or you could design a YouTube algorithm that says, "Hey kids, if you like Peppa Pig, you'll love QAnon."
Okay, that's fair, but some of them are doctors and engineers, and one of them is a professor.
Yeah, I know. They're all so successful. Those Barbies. Them all. Yeah, it's bad enough Barbie was always hotter. Now she's smarter than me, too. I want a doll that makes me feel bad about my body, not my mind.
So you're saying we should get rid of these Barbies?
Well, no, I mean, not necessarily, but why can't we also have some mediocre Barbies who don't make us feel pressured? You know, right? Not mediocrity. Not every Barbie has to be a girl boss. Let's have a Barbie who's a paralegal at a mid-sized law firm. Or one who works the lunch shift at a Just Salad. There is nothing wrong with Barbies who are just trying to make it through the day.
But aren't Barbies supposed to be aspirational?
No. No, Marlon, they're not. Give me a Barbie who's okay with letting 5,000 emails pile up in her inbox, okay? The Barbie who spilled coffee on her shirt but knows she can still get another day out of it if she puts a blazer on top. The Barbie who spends her Friday nights in bed binge-watching Vanderpump Rules, dunking carrot sticks into a jar of peanut butter and letting her kids drive themselves to Taekwondo. For the love of God, stop judging me, Marlon.
I wasn't, but those do feel very specific.
You're specific. My point is, they don't all have to be rock stars. You think every Ken is a Nobel Prize-winning aeronautical engineer? No, he's just a man with a car and a pubic mound. And we all accept him. That's what I want. The dream of every woman to be as successful as an average white man.
That doesn't sound like women achieving their dreams.
I'm sorry, are you mansplaining my dreams to me? On International Women's Day?
No.
What?
No, I wouldn't dare.
2 weeks ago, a judge in Texas banned the abortion pill nationwide for safety reasons, because even though women have used it safely for over 2 decades, he's a man, and I guess he just knows better. Now, thank God, the Supreme Court has temporarily halted that decision, at least until Clarence Thomas comes back from his all-expenses-paid cruise. But that doesn't stop individual states from enacting their own bans, and over a dozen states already have, including Wyoming, which bans both mifepristone and a second abortion pill, misoprostol. But we looked into it, and it turns out it's not a ban for everyone. You can still get misoprostol in Wyoming as long as you're a dog, or a cat, or a horse. Because veterinarians in Wyoming can still prescribe the pill for animals, which means if you're a woman in Wyoming whose rights are being restricted, you might need to get creative. Good girl. I'm your mommy.
Hi, you must be Desi.
Thank you so much for seeing me. Her. My girl. Waffles.
Of course. And what can we do for Waffles today?
Waffles was wondering if you could write a prescription for the abortion pill.
Okay. When did your dog become pregnant?
I guess 2 weeks ago, apparently. Thank you. It's not really a great time for her. You know, she's really trying to focus on her career.
Oh, I see. And what does she do for a living?
She's a sled dog. She's a sled dog.
She's a sled dog.
Yeah, and she's also a bomb-sniffing dog. And as you know, pregnancy really messes with the olfactory organs.
No, that's not a thing.
But mostly she's a therapy dog, aren't you, Ruffles?
I thought you said her name was Waffles.
It's just so crazy that this would happen right now because she always uses protection.
Oh, you mean she's fenced in?
Oh, she's fenced in, all right. It's like Rikers down there.
Jesus.
Dogs are so expensive. Do you know how expensive dogs are?
I do. I'm actually a veterinarian.
There's dog food, there's doggy daycare, there's doggy taekwondo lessons, there's doggy diapers, and then there's doggy college, and that's just the first 18 years.
Most dogs don't live that long, but...
She already has 2 puppies at home, and they are sucking the life out of her, quite literally. And this is her decision. This is her decision. And that's why these pills exist. So please give her the pills, please and thank you. Did I say please?
It's okay. She doesn't have to explain herself. We can prescribe abortion pills for your dog. Okay. Hey! That's my dog.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, since I'm here, could you prescribe an abortion pill? You know, for my dog. Yeah. What's your name? I mean, her name?
What is the secret document scandal really about? Why is it happening now? On a scale of 1 to the most innocent man who's ever lived, how innocent is Donald Trump? Well, I've been watching Fox News for 26 days straight, and I'm ready to Fox-plain the biggest witch hunt since Dorothy skipped down that yellow brick road with a robot and a furry. People, this wasn't a search, this was a raid. The woke FBI smashed a window and broke in, and Merrick Garland took a bubble bath in Trump's tub and erased everything on his DVR. He was catching up on Abbott Elementary, Merrick. What Donald Trump did was normal. Everyone brings work home, even when they no longer work there. After I got fired from H&M, I brought home an entire cash register. It is totally normal and not illegal. Joe Brandon's Department of Justice is out of control. Congratulations, FBI, you did it. You found Melania's top secret underwear. Can I see it? Seriously? Donald Trump took documents? Documents? This is no worse than what Hillary did, which was terrible, and she should go to prison, which is why Trump should not go to prison. Do I have to list why it's okay that he has the documents? Okay. Attorney-client privilege, executive privilege, white privilege, diplomatic immunity, the Kavanaugh hearings? Trump is technically still the president because he never gave us 2 weeks' notice. Double jeopardy. That's gotta be a thing, right? Seriously? We're prosecuting Trump on the Espionage Act? You're trying to get an American president on a French word? I don't think so, Pepe Le Pew. No. 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 America, if you are not so outraged that you forgot to pick your children up from school every day last week, then you are not paying attention. Where's the raid on Hunter Biden's laptop? Oh, right. The laptop is sitting in a 5-star hotel getting a massage and eating caviar from China. If they indict Trump for this, there will be riots in the streets. And if they don't indict him, there will also be riots in the streets. Just like on January 6th, which was not a riot, it was a normal tourist activity, which is good or bad. Either way, I will not be picking up my kids from school that day. Sorry, sweeties. This is just another deep state hoax and a major distraction from the real story. Joe Biden gave a speech when it was dark out. That's all for this week. Bye, everyone. Merrick Garland is a space elf. I am reporting from the year 2075. Can you believe it? This space is 93. Take that, Paul Rudd.
Desi, I'm afraid to ask, but how is the climate crisis going 60 years from now?
Climate crisis? Oh, we solved that years ago. Look, the entire world looks like a Lisa Frank folder.
Well, hold on. We fixed climate change? How did that happen?
Well, it started when the UN issued its report on March 20th, 2023, warning that we had to radically reduce carbon emissions by 2040. So we read the report and we made all the changes and saved the world. Back to you, Al.
Wait, Desi, you're talking about the report from yesterday.
Yeah, it laid out exactly what we needed to do, so everyone just came together and did it. Why wouldn't we?
Well, wasn't doing all that really expensive?
Oh, yeah, it definitely was. But the alternative was the destruction of the planet. So, of course, we just spent the money, obviously. Back to you, Al.
I can't believe it. Everything sounds so great in the future.
Oh, it sure is. Oh, hi, little guy.
A grassland sparrow? I thought those were going extinct.
Oh, they were, but we turned it around. We reforested the Amazon. We got all the plastic out of the ocean and upcycled it into friendship bracelets that we all wear unironically. Plus, all the children in the world joined hands and sang in a harmony so beautiful it ended war forever.
Wow, holy crap. Really? All that happened?
Oh my God, no! You dum-dum! I'm being sarcastic. You think that for some reason we're gonna suddenly start listening to UN climate reports? No. Al, I'm not from the future. This is all fake. I am literally in the same room as you right now. I'm so stupid. I just didn't realize that. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but we're just going to keep on driving forward expeditions and burning fossil fuels until the ocean swallows us whole.
Oh, well, I guess you're right, Desi. And, you know, that's our satirical point. If only satire had the power to change the future for the better.
Yeah. Well, Al, I mean, the good news is there's still a chance that our sharp-witted satire will inspire people to make the necessary changes to save our planet.
Wow, really?
No!